Before you join the army, listen to what I have to say. I've been in the army for 3 years, and out of the 3 years, absolutely nothing has ever been harder other than when I joined the army, which I had to go through basic training. In basic training, not only they're gonna brutally break you, brutally test your mind, brutally make sure that you don't want to quit in the first place, they're gonna make you think why you there in the first place. And before you join the army, before you join any branch, it could be the Navy, it could be the Marines, it could be the Air Force, it doesn't matter. You need to know exactly why you're joining the army, why you're joining that branch. Because if your purpose, if your why is not bigger than you, you will automatically be considered as one of those who will give up, who will quit, and have to live with the regret knowing that you couldn't go through that battle, that you can move through with that obstacle, with that challenge. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a challenge you've never faced before. I don't care where you come from, I don't care how fit you are or how strong-minded you are. Drill sergeants is there to do whatever it takes to question you. Are you even worth it to be called a soldier? And soldier is not just someone who just wears the uniform and looks fully fit and fresh for the people. Soldier is not defined by what's underneath that uniform. It's what the soldier does that defines them to be called a soldier in the first place. If you are thinking that it's going to be easy at first, it's not. And this is coming from a place of a person who, before I joined the army, I was lazy, miserable, broke, did not had any communication skills, did not put myself out of the bubble, did not ever got into an uncomfortable zone like this. I was a completely nobody before I joined the army. And even though I thought to myself, oh, I'm joining because of the educational benefits, which still to this day it is, it was much more than that. When you are almost about to break your body, are you really gonna think that you're there because of the educational benefits? Are you really gonna fight your life just because of the educational benefits? Or because you're gonna get paid? Is that really why you're gonna join the army? Why you're gonna go through that suffering? No, you signed up that suffering because you know that in order to access the other version of yourself, you gotta go through the other side of that pain, of that battle, of that war within you. It's not just, there's nobody who had quit and gave up that does not live with the regret till this day for giving up or quitting. Because they have to literally, if you quit or give up in the middle or in the beginning of the process or even in the end, you're gonna have to stay for the next 2.5 months with the company, with the platoon that you were training with, and literally have to watch them going through every single event and passing every single event, seeing them succeed, seeing them becoming an actual soldier, while you just out there watching, thinking to yourself, why did I quit? Why did I give up? Why was that even an option in my mind? Did I really did not have anything in the tank left? It's tough. Nobody's gonna ease the way out of this. Nobody's gonna tell you that there's ways that you can cheat the system. No, they're gonna figure out how to break you. Listen, I come from a place where people always thought me that I was a weirdo, a person who didn't ever really witness any greatness with him, and they always picked me as someone to bully or to make fun of and be like the Joker in the class. You know what I mean? Everybody thought from all the way from elementary in Brazil to high school, everybody thought that I was just this one person that they could just make fun of, that they could just play around with and joke around and put me to different uncomfortable places where I was like making fun of. I was picked by kids a lot. I was picked by teens a lot. In my senior year in high school, I was literally wearing my black hoodie with my headphones and with the shades on, even though there was no sun, only clouds, and literally look at the floor the whole time to make sure that I avoid every single eye contact from every fake person that even told me that they cared about me or they thought the best about me. Look, you want to know exactly who you are or who you're meant to be? You gotta stop listening to voices, man. I'm telling you, the voice is gonna convince you to give up. The voice is gonna tell you that you should not keep going, that this is not for you, that you should just go back to your home, go back to your mom and to your dad and let them down and by saying I'm sorry because I couldn't make it. They're gonna want you to do that because guess what? They don't want losers to be wearing the uniform. They want actual soldiers who can represent the army values, the honor, the integrity, the respect, the loyalty. They're gonna want a hungry soldier who all he does and all that he thinks is doing the best for the country. Now, if you're signing up to protect the country, to serve for the country, I am glad and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You are well known for being an honorable person in this world, for protecting your country. I respect you for that. But in order for you to do that, you gotta be worthy enough in order to protect the country. You gotta be worthy enough in order for you to call yourself a soldier. And you cannot do that unless you go through those hardest mental battles that you're gonna have to face for the next 2 months and a half. But coming from a soldier who has been in the army for 3 years, basic training is gonna be the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. After basic training, you're good. You are considered a soldier and you are able to do your job. You are able to do what you're meant for, and you're able to put consistency and look at it for the long term as a career, as a possibility for even becoming a high rank NCO or officer. But you cannot think yourself in that position unless you go through the process, unless you go through the battle that everyone had to go through in order for them to be where they're at today. So this is not a video for you to lose even the possibility of joining the army, because I'm gonna tell you, it is possible. You are capable. I've seen much weaker person when they were in there. They didn't have the strength. They were all skinny. They were still nerdy in a sense of way. They never had to face hardship, and they still made it through. And they still pushed themselves, and they still had battle buddies telling them, you can do it. Keep going, keep fighting. And that's what I want to finish off too. In order for you to have great battle buddies, to have the battle buddies that's gonna motivate you and tell you to keep going, you gotta set the example first and tell them to keep going and let them know I'm here for you before you're there for me. I got your six. I got your back. So don't look at this video as I'm not gonna join the army no more. Instead, look at this video as if he can do it, I can do it too. If he went through it and he's still to this day in it, I can do it and still be in it just like him as well. Remember, I'm gonna finish off with this quote. It's not who you are underneath, but it's what you do that defines you, who you are.